Encounter 1. A fight for survival. Sometimes, survival itself can be your biggest challenge. A perfect example of this was captured in a video posted on June 4, 2022 on the Tyson Pier YouTube channel. It tells the intense and terrifying survival story of Tyson, his younger brother, and their friend Miguel as they faced Canada's most powerful recorded derecho storm. On May 21, 2022, the group was deep in the woods building a bushcraft shelter. It started as a warm, sunny afternoon, and they spent over 2 hours gathering rocks to build a fireplace and chimney. Everything seemed calm until Tyson checked his phone. He saw a severe thunderstorm warning issued by Environment Canada.
I looked at my phone and saw this weather alert of a severe thunderstorm approaching us. While reading it, I started recording, and I turned my head, looked in the sky, and it was pitch black. Just pure, strong wind right in my face. There was less than a minute to react. I started to panic.
At first, they didn't realize how serious the situation was. But as the sky darkened and the wind picked up speed, Tyson knew they were in danger. With no time to escape, he made a critical decision. They had to take cover in the bushcraft shelter. Running would have been too risky. Falling trees and flying debris could have killed them. Within seconds, the storm hit. Winds reached 190 km/h, equivalent to hurricane-force winds.
Tornado! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay! 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 Stay low!
Is it leaving?
No! Stay! Stay! Stay low, buddy! Stay! 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 It is a small ball! It is a small ball! It is a small ball! Stay low! No! No! We're good! We're good! We're good! What?
No, we're dying! We're dying! We're dying!
No! Stay! Stay!
The group huddled together in fear, their shelter shaking violently. Tyson kept yelling at the boys to stay down as trees were ripped from the ground around them. The chaos and panic were overwhelming. Please, God, please.
Tyson, stay!
Please, no, baby!
Yes, you're good, you're good, honey, good.
Wait, sir! Stop us, sir!
Please, God, please, please.
God, s'il vous plaît!
S'il vous plaît.
Oh my God! No, no, no!
Please, no! Stay low, stay low.
No, no!
Stay, stay.
No!
Holy f***.
Tyson, please!
Stay, please, God.
When the storm finally passed, they realized just how close they had come to death. Tyson later said their survival was thanks to the shelter's design and their quick decision to take cover. It was a terrifying reminder of nature's power and how fast everything can change. As the storm raged on, moving was too dangerous. Despite the chaos, the bushcraft shelter held strong, giving them a safe place to ride out what they later called the most terrifying moment of their lives. When the storm finally passed, they stepped out to see the damage. The forest was almost unrecognizable. Countless trees had been uprooted or snapped in half. Tyson was shocked by the destruction, saying he had never seen anything like it, especially in Ontario. He described it as a once-in-a-lifetime disaster. Realizing the dangers weren't over, they decided to leave as quickly as possible. Unstable trees could still fall, and there was always the risk of another storm. But escaping wasn't easy. Fallen trees blocked the trails, making their way out slow and difficult. The tension was high as they carefully moved through the wreckage. When they finally made it home, Tyson reflected on how their decision to stay in the shelter had saved their lives. If they had tried to run, they could have been seriously injured. Or worse. He also credited the weather alert for giving them those few seconds to react. If he hadn't checked his phone, the boys might have been playing in the open when the storm hit. In the aftermath, Tyson's area was left without power for 3 days. The storm caused chaos. Food shortages, long lines at gas stations, and blocked roads due to fallen trees. But despite the hardships, he was grateful they had survived. What was meant to be a simple bushcraft project turned into a life-saving shelter. Tyson's quick thinking and decision to stay put proved to be the right choice. The raw footage of that day stands as a chilling reminder of how unpredictable nature can be and how important it is to be prepared. Encounter 2. A risky return to Randonautica. CJ Faison has seen his fair share of creepy and dangerous situations, but this time an app led him straight into one. It all started when he decided to try Randonautica, an app that picks random locations for users to explore based on their chosen mood. CJ had used the app before but stopped after several unsettling experiences. However, after a long break, he decided to give it another shot. This time, in New Jersey's Pine Barrens.
I'm gonna go ahead and venture to say this is gonna be a bust. I'm at some random farmer's market right now, so yeah, I'm gonna definitely venture to guess this.
The first location turned out to be completely uneventful, nothing worth noting. But the second location, that was a different story.
Looking like we're in the Pine Barrens finally, so you know, it took a little bit to get to this point, but we are officially on a dirt road. When I'm saying we, I'm literally meaning me and all of you. We're about 140 yards from our place we're supposed to be, where I'm supposed to pull off, I should say, I guess, and look around.
Checked his GPS. We're about 140 yards from the spot where I'm supposed to pull over. As he stepped out and looked around, an eerie feeling settled in. The place was unsettlingly quiet.
So, looking around at the area, it's sketchy. All right, so far so good. Now, when I'm thinking about hidden secrets and intents like this, I'm also kind of thinking like, did something secretive happen back here? And this is just the area in which obviously the app is leading me to. I don't know. That's gonna be up for you all to determine. I will say this area looks really, really, really clean. There's no debris, there's no trash, nothing along those lines. The trees are creepy as all get out this late at night.
What stood out most was how unnaturally clean the area was. There was no trash, no broken branches, nothing out of place, just towering trees that looked even more eerie under the dim light of night.
And then, you know, all of the speculation is that you're being followed and stalked and all this crazy stuff every time you use this app. I mean, you've seen previous videos of mine where that was case in point, and that was happening. But listen, I took a 2-year hiatus from Randonautica and doing these videos, and you know, now I'm back. So now
many people, including himself, had experienced strange things while using it, like feeling followed or even stalked. He had taken a 2-year break from Randonautica because of past experiences, but now he was back.
basically the area in which it takes you to, we always said it was like a 100-yard radius around that. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go in a 360-degree area right here and traipse through the woods over 100 yards and keep circling in into the point. My GoPro just turned itself off. That's weird. All right, well then.
Every time I've used this app, weird things have happened. You've seen it in my past videos, he reminded his audience. The app's instructions always led users to a general area rather than a single precise spot. Technically, he was supposed to explore a 100-yard radius around the point, but walking through dense woods in the middle of the night wasn't exactly appealing.
This crawling. Oh, my fucking leg. What the fuck are you?
Just then, something strange happened. His GoPro turned off by itself. "That's weird," he muttered, uneasy. Brushing it off, he decided to move on. "All right then, let's generate our next point." Something about this place felt off, but CJ was determined to keep going. Little did he know, things were about to get even stranger.
I mean, obviously they got gates, there's lights back there. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
The third location, a mysterious barrier. As CJ arrived at the third location, he immediately noticed something different. Gates, security lights, and an eerie silence.
Oh shit! Okay. 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 Hang on 1 second now. Alright, we're gonna get the hell out of here. I thought that was someone talking at first, and it sure as hell was. And then, I don't know what that alarm was, but I'm not fixing to find out, I can tell you that much right now. Oh my gosh.
sensing something was wrong. He cautiously looked around, trying to figure out what this place was. That's when he heard it. At first, he thought he was imagining it. Then, an alarm started blaring.
Okay, so for everybody watching, I just shut the main cam off. That was weird. That was so freaking weird. So, I mean, I'm just traveling through what looks like the same area that I thought the previous intent was, but yeah, I think it was 6 miles. 4 to 6 miles. I don't know what that was. My mind is like running wild right now, and I'm trying to get away.
His main camera suddenly shut off, adding to the bizarre chain of events. That was so freaking weird, he whispered, trying to calm himself down as he drove away. Even as he put distance between himself and the location, his mind raced. I feel like I just drove through the same place as before, but the app says I'm miles away, he said, confused. His gut told him to leave, fast.
Quick update. The point that it just took me to, I'm in the middle of the woods, and for whatever reason, the closer I got to it, the further it moved into the woods. It was the weirdest thing ever. So I don't know exactly. I don't know.
But there was something even weirder about this one. For whatever reason, the closer I got to the spot, the further it moved into the woods. It was the weirdest thing ever, he explained. It was as if the app was leading him deeper and deeper into the trees, pulling him into the unknown.
Looks like I have to go this way here, I guess. Let me bring up my map here. Oh, fuck! What the fucking hell was that?
Something had caught his attention. Something was out there. As CJ drove through the dark, the uneasiness in his chest only grew worse. Then, something slammed into the back window of his truck.
I'm glad I had the truck and drive. Oh my gosh. What the fuck was that? Something nailed the back window. Man.
Before he could process what had just happened, a deer darted across the road in front of him.
Ah! Oh shit! It's a deer! Almost hit a deer running 15. I'm too busy looking at my rearview mirror right now. Got chills right now because of that. Chills, y'all. This is bringing back old Rando Nautica vibes right here. I gotta figure out a way to turn around here on the road.
But his focus was still on his rearview mirror. He couldn't shake the feeling that something was behind him.
Oh my gosh. What is this? All right, let me turn around right here.
CJ found a spot to turn his truck around, his mind racing. "What is this place?" he whispered. He fired up his camera, determined to go back and figure out what had made that noise.
All right. Now I'm gonna fire up this camera here. I'm gonna head back to wherever that noise was. I don't know if I'm gonna say there's a very, very low likelihood of there actually being people out here right now, and all of a sudden it looks like it's lightning in the distance, or there's very bright lights going off up in the sky.
I don't know if there's actually people out here right now, but it sure as hell feels like it, he said, scanning the darkness. Then, something even stranger happened.
I'm telling you all right now, that was so freaking weird. Here it was right here. Here it was. No, that wasn't it. Oh, here are my tire marks up here.
His truck automatically shut off at that moment. "Oh, perfect timing," he muttered sarcastically. Then, he saw something he hadn't noticed before.
What is that? Okay, my truck decides the automatic shut off right there. That's beautiful timing. Hello? Whatever it is, hard in the bottom.
We found a sinister discovery. Against his better judgment, CJ stepped out of the truck. Symbols that didn't look normal, they looked ritualistic. Then a deep, unnatural groaning sound came from behind him. His body froze.
I don't know. What the hell? Against my better judgment, I'm getting the freak out of this truck. Oh no. It's not something you want to see painted on a tree. Oh! No f***ing way! No! Yep, I'm out. Out of here. See you the fuck later.
That was it. CJ ran back to his truck, jumped inside, and floored it. I don't know what's going on here, he said, breathless, but I'm not sticking around to find out. And just like that, he was gone.